Well, hey, what's up, raw and real entrepreneurs? Today, I want to talk to you about being stuck. It happens. We get stuck in business. Either our income plateaus, or starts to go down, or we begin to feel frustrated. Maybe your business is going great, but you are emotionally stuck, or perhaps you've got certain issues happening in your business, and you're thinking, I just feel like I can't get ahead. Whatever it is for you, it's okay to be stuck. And today I'm going to walk you through 5 ways to get unstuck. So on the other side of this, you can soar and feel great about what it is you're doing, whether you are, you've got a new business, a legacy business, or you're just in the beginning of thinking about starting a new business, but you feel stuck. It happens to all of us, myself included. If you're new to the channel, I'm Susan Sly. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a tech investor. I have been in business for almost 40 years, and I have spent the last almost 30 years training and educating people on how to start and grow businesses. And so if you are new to this channel, I want you to go to susansly.com. I've got some amazing free resources there, including my new Employee to Entrepreneur checklist, and I want you to download it. It's absolutely free and it is amazing. So let's jump in. You're stuck. And I want to begin with the first question. Is there still a need for your product or service? So let's say you've been going along and you're building a business. Maybe you've got a legacy business, or maybe there aren't a lot of people who seem that interested in what it is you have. The question is there still a need? And I want to talk about a company called Blockbuster. So some of you might remember, depending on your age, there was once upon a time a company called Blockbuster, and we used to go there and rent movies. And do you remember, if you were late, that late fee was like $25, and you're like, oh my gosh, it was just insane, right? But the great part of going to Blockbuster, they had the popcorn and you could browse the movies. But if you got there at the wrong time and all the good movies were gone, you found yourself renting Ghost for like the 12th time, right? And as great as Patrick Swayze was and Demi Moore is, you had already seen it, but there you were paying for this exact same movie. So when the company called Netflix came along and, they started with those red boxes and then they eventually got the digital platform, the head of Blockbuster said there isn't really a need for that. People will still want to come to the stores because... Why? Because they want the popcorn. That's what he said. I'm not even kidding. Well, guess what? Netflix started to soar, Blockbuster started to decline, and Blockbuster isn't even around today because there wasn't a need for that platform any longer. And they failed to innovate. So I want to ask you, if you've been in business for a long time, is there still a need for what it is you have? And if the answer is yes, then guess what? You can start to grow your business and take it to a new level. So whatever business you're in, if there is still a need, then guess what? Get out there, grow it. It's not about the business, it's about you. And we'll talk about that just in a second. The next thing that I want to ask you is, are you reaching out to 3 potential customers a day? So if there is still a need for what it is you do, oftentimes the reason people get stuck is they're no longer looking for fresh customers for their business. And in my role as a co-CEO of a tech company and also leading my FemBoss incubator, which depending when you're watching this video is launching, and I'm constantly every day looking for new customers for my various businesses. And those 3 reach outs a day, am I connecting with 3 people? Am I following up with people? And that number 3 is so powerful because if you watched any of my other videos, I talk about the number 3 a lot. So reaching out to 3 people a day, 5 days a week, it's 60 people a month, it's 720 people a year. So even if you failed 90% of the time, you'd have 72 new customers. And depending on your business, 72 customers is significant. And so when you think about that for you, if you're stuck in your business, ask yourself, do a reality check. Are you reaching out to 3 new people a day? And, and if you're not, just know that it's up to you. You can commit to doing it. And you might say, well, Susan, I don't know how to do that. Go watch more videos in this channel. I have so many videos. I've been doing this for so long, teaching people how to grow and scale businesses and how to sell, and speaking on stages with people like Jack Canfield and Tony Robbins and Mark Victor Hansen, all these amazing people. There are videos in this channel for you to teach you how to do those reach out. So go watch some more videos. I am here to help you. The third question is, are you still learning? We need those fresh ideas. We need to listen to the podcasts. We need to go to the events. We need to read the books. I'm constantly learning. I have a confession. Every time I go through an airport, I can have a book with me. I buy another book. And so I'm always reading. I'm always listening to podcasts. And if you haven't listened to my podcast, Raw and Real Entrepreneurship, I'm up to almost 300 interviews. Dave Asprey, founder of Bulletproof Coffee, Jesse Itzler, whose wife is Sarah Blakely. Jesse is the founder of NetJets, Zico Coconut Water. The list of entrepreneurs goes on and on and on, just incredible people. And every time I get to interview someone, I get a fresh idea, a fresh way of doing things. I love that, constantly learning and growing. I'm also an MIT student, and turning 50, depending when you're watching this video, and I'm in school. So in addition to being a mom and yes, a grandma and, all the things I have going on, I'm still studying, and I love it because it just keeps me fresh. It keeps me going. It keeps me revitalized. So we've got to be learning. And my question for you is, what are you watching? What are you listening to? And what are you reading? And if you want to get unstuck, you've got to listen, read, and experience at a level that is higher than where you are right now. A high tide raises all boats. So if you haven't reached $1 million a year in your business, start listening to people who have. If you haven't reached 10 million, start listening to those people. If you haven't become a billionaire yet and you're kind of, wherever it is you are, start to listen to that next level, because it's going to resonate for you. You're going to learn things. You're going to get some fresh ideas. It's going to invigorate you, and you're going to get unstuck. And number 4 is, who are you surrounding yourself with, right? There's that whole saying, and I'm probably going to get this wrong, that if you want to soar with the eagles, you can't surround yourself with chickens. And so I don't even know where that came from. But anyway, chickens can fly. I used to keep chickens many years ago. And sometimes I go out in my yard and they'd be up in the trees. They can fly, but not like eagles. Anyway, so who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you surrounding yourself with other entrepreneurs? Are you surrounding yourself with people who are going for it? Are you connected to a group of people who are positive, in your church, in your synagogue, in your community, even your friend group? And you might be surrounded by some people who are pretty negative. And, the thing I want you to know is, you can still love people, but you don't have to like how they're being. And so making a decision to surround yourself with different people. And with FemBoss, my incubator, where we are going to empower 1,000 women to start tech companies, even women who've never written a line of code, who don't know the difference between AR and VR, whatever it is, that they have an idea, they have a heart of service, and they want to solve a problem. We're going to help them launch tech companies. And so when I think about that vision, one of the things that, I say to all of the people who are applying is, you've got to surround yourself with the right people in order to be successful. And so that's where I would say to you, can you go somewhere and be part of a group and, of people who are going for their goals? Because that is going to change things so much for you. And the 5th thing that I want to say about being stuck, and, this for me, anytime I felt stuck, is that I take a look at my words. Our words have power. And so thinking about your words, when someone says, how are you doing? You're like, I'm okay, not bad. Your energy affects you and your ideas. And if you are in, if you're in a high energy state, are you saying you're stuck? No, because you're like, yeah, I'm energized. I got to channel that energy somewhere, right? And so your words have power. And so over the years, decades really, I've counseled people to shift their words and use the following: I'm in the process. So you may feel stuck. I'm in the process of learning what I need to learn to grow my business. I'm in the process of finding my next great business idea. I am in the process of, getting my breakthrough, whatever it is, because when you're in the process, you are sending a loud signal that says, I'm ready. I'm going to go for it. Those doors are going to open. The right people are going to come. The first thing I do when I open my eyes in the morning, as soon as I become conscious that I'm awake, I start to just go through my list of affirmations. I am favored. I am blessed. I am healthy. I am whole. I am happy, and just getting my day grounded in the right words. And when I do feel stuck or I have a wall kicking moment, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to those affirmations. I'm going to say a prayer, and then I'm going to continue on, because I know the moment I shift my words, I shift my thoughts, I shift my actions, and that's when that next level of breakthrough is available to me. And in closing, what I want to say to you, and just thank you so much for, being here to the end. Most people don't watch the end of any video, not just my videos, anyone's videos. And it's really sad, because that is one way to get yourself unstuck, is just to see things through. Know that it's fine sometimes to be stuck, because there is a learning and there is a growing in that. And Todd Stollmeyer, the great baseball player, said to me once, we go to the same church, and I was going through a wall kicking moment and really frustrated. And he said, Susan, sometimes God wants you to stay where it's hard. And the moment I surrendered to that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to stay in this situation, even though it's hard, because there's something for me to learn. It wasn't a dangerous situation or abusive or anything like that. It was just, I had to grow. And the moment I surrendered, that situation shifted so dramatically. It was incredible. And we ended up at Radius landing a huge business deal. We ended up growing as a team. It was so powerful the moment I surrendered to that place, because there were things I needed to learn. So I just want you to know, I'm so excited you're here. If you have an idea for a video, go to susansly.com, send me a message. I'd love to make you a video. Download my new Employee to Entrepreneur checklist. Even if you've already got a business, this checklist is for you, because it's going to shine a light on key areas where you might need to have some more resources at your fingertips. It's absolutely free. It is amazing. It is, really and truly years of work of me saying, you need this in order to start a successful business. So go download the checklist today. I would love to get it in your hands. And with that, drop a comment below, like this video, subscribe to the channel. With that, God bless, go rock your day. And I will see you in a future video.